Good morning everyone and welcome back to Hearthstone Ranked. It's February again, that means a new season has just started, well, just a few days ago actually, just yesterday. And we're playing Secret Paladin. Now don't run away immediately, this is still a deck you should probably be proficient with, although proficiency perhaps does not require as much in the matter of skill from you as some other decks. But like other board control-ish aggro decks, well, it's not an aggro deck, but it is a deck that is rather dependent on board control, so the first couple turns are rather important, and sometimes the deck just plays itself. That's the main complaint people will have about Secret Paladin, but that also makes it a great deck to play while you're doing something else. And that is one of the things I do like about it. So it plays Haunted Creepers and Shielded Minibots, which are hard to get rid of, and do often end up with you having a decent amount of board control, which is really nice. We're playing against Face Hunter here, which is kind of a rough matchup, I think. Although this Cockhammer will be hard for our opponent to hit through. We could also play the Minibot and the Redemption, but I'm kind of afraid of losing a Spider in that case and just getting a 1-1 back, which is not that great. I'll play the Coghammer here, shield this one up. Maybe I just should have hit it first, wouldn't be terrible. And using the Coghammer to clear against Face Hunter is probably not the best idea, but sometimes it's necessary. There's no owl here, so that's good news. Hover to the face is a little sad, but there's not much we can do about that, can we? Do we hit hover with our face? That might be a little bit dangerous. Don't relish the thought of that. Let's just trade in here. And play some little dudes. Keep the hammer for now, because we don't have any other weapons. So we may want to, for example, clear a Haunted Creeper with it. Something like that. Yeah, that's a really aggressive version. And there's not much crawling back from this. Except maybe a Mysterious Challenger on the next few turns. We shall see. Do we trade here? Actually, Lothap is not horrible. So I think we indeed trade. Play this one. And probably... there's no other weapons to worry about, right? We may have to kill him quickly. And top decking True Silver is one of those ways. Drinking some coffee here, so excuse me if you're hearing some of that. Yeah, this doesn't look good for us. And I actually think this is a very bad matchup for us, so that is a little unfortunate. We can get a decent clock going here, although not clearing the Horse Rider is a bit of a pity. Not much we can do about that though, except for hitting it in the face with our face, and that's not something we want right now. So are we trading this one and then just kings and hope for the best? Don't relish the thought of that. Maybe play Recruit and turn it into a 3-3, that's not horrible.
Weapons ready.
I actually sort of like that. Does give us 11, just a bit short of lethal. Maybe instead of a recruit, no. I think this might have been the best way, but we are probably dead here. We're not quite yet. Not quite yet, but pretty close. Actually, that's 5. Yeah, that's that next turn. But we could top deck some damage here. There is still a possibility. We have 11. We have 15. No, that's not going to work. We cannot play Ragnaros yet. We could clear, but we're dead to a hero power. Alright. Some decks are just a little bit faster, and Secret Paladin is remarkably similar to something like Zoo, which does require some degree of board control and some time to actually build up something. And having to trade your little guys into his guys that have already dealt damage does kind of feel bad. But that's aggro decks in general. Aggro Shaman is probably also a bad matchup, but it should be pretty good against most other mid-range and control decks. So let's see what we get here.
Fight with honor. I will command the light.
Keeping Secret Keeper is probably a good idea. Keeping 4 and 5 drops that depend on... well, 5 drops and 4 drops that depend on creatures on the board. Probably a bad idea. Keeping Secret Keeper doesn't mean you should be keeping secrets in your opening hand. Because they still are a bit low on tempo. I'm not quite sure about playing the Secret Keeper here, although it might still be pretty good on the next turn, so yeah, I think I will. And otherwise it's just a threat that our opponent will have to get rid of, which might be reasonable. I don't mind... yeah, actually let's Cockhammer here. That's the most efficient way to get rid of that, and playing Muster would require us to trade in, which is a little ugly. I like the Cockhammer here. Life Juggler is actually a pretty good play against this, except in the occasion I had 2 secrets in my hand. But that's a risk he was willing to take, apparently. And this looks pretty good. Although it does mean that our... Oh, thank you. That is a mistake a lot of people will make. Let's first try this one. Alright, that's a redemption. I think that's fine. We'll definitely take this trade. And then not override our sword yet, so let's play the Haunted Creeper. And that should be pretty good. Yeah, a lot of people make that mistake. And that actually... Well, it actually didn't matter too much. It actually didn't matter too much. So... I think we just trade in the Creeper here. If we trade in the Creeper, we can... kill the Minibot, kill that one. We do lose a little bit by Consecrate, but the Shredder should survive, which is still pretty good. Could also just ignore the Minibot. I'm not sure how much I like that. That is a definite possibility, though. Something I should consider. It's a lot safer against Consecrate, but it's a lot worse against Kings, which I don't think I like too much. So let's try it this way. No Consecrate, but I'm not sure. Yeah, he probably would have played it if he had it. So in any case, do we... Yeah, I think we trade in here. We can play Muster and hit it a couple times. Don't mind that too much. And then probably get a smaller minion out here. I'll trade the Secret Keeper for that. That's fine. And then this guy should be fine. I don't think I need the Secret Keeper here. Although it might be keeping him from Okay, let's think about this. If we attack, then the defender survives and this guy gets buffed. How much do I care whether this guy gets buffed? Maybe not at all. Let's attack here first. Actually, let's just attack like this first. Sequencing is important, and I'm not quite sure what the best way to deal with this is. That is kind of unavoidable, and that's okay. Do we trade in? Or, yeah, I think we do trade in. So that means, wait, no redemption, so that means there's, okay. That means competitive spirit and repentance are likely candidates here. So that's why I'm not playing Lowethep yet. Though it might be a good idea still, but... Yeah, I do kind of lose to Consecrate here. So that might be a risk, but he didn't have it a couple turns back, so it might be fine still. I'm hoping for a bit of a smaller minion to play alongside Lowethep, so the hit isn't that big. This might still be okay. Actually, if I cleared the board, then Lowethep wouldn't have been terrible, because he couldn't have played Consecrate. Yeah, that would have been the right play. Oh well. What do we do here? Got my Avenge up. Do I just trade a bunch? I think I have to. Oh, actually, did I forget about something? No, it's just competitive spirit, and I'll have that trigger on 1. That's fine. That becomes a 2/2. This becomes a 3/1. I think that's okay. That's better than having Lowethep as a 5/1 or any of the other guys. Yeah, should be fine. There's probably a redemption in his hand, so that's something we should try to remember. Oh no, he did play the redemption already on the Knife Juggler, so that's why there was no redemption there. I got kind of confused. Yeah, I should have played Lowethep into the last turn. So Avenge plus Lowethep, that would have been much better, I think. Could have traded in the 5/1. Yeah, would have been nice. So definitely playing one of the 8s next turn. Well, we'll see which one I'll choose. Getting the Avenge here is also pretty good. Oh, that is a nice move, I suppose. Did he check yet? That ended up decently for him. Although he cannot kill that guy now. And... alright. So I think... we're actually still not out of the woods here. I'm probably just killing a bunch of dudes on his side and then playing Tyrion. Yeah, I don't think I can afford to play anything but Tyrion here. Alright, and shall we kill some little dudes? I think we do. Let's try and kill a couple little dudes. These guys shouldn't be too effective in killing Tyrion. How much do I worry about that? That's a good question. He can hit it with his face, so killing either one of these should prevent him from killing it, right? It's a bit of a gamble, but I'll take it. Let's just hope he doesn't have an owl. That's the biggest point here. Well, he does have his own Tyrion. That's might be a little awkward. Might be a little awkward here. I think I'll just play Ragnaros next. Although I do have to get rid of that Divine Shield. How best to do that? Maybe just play the Challenger and hope for an Avenge on Therion? That's a bit optimistic. Although Ragnaros here is also not that great. I guess Challenger might be the best option. What does that result in? Yeah, it does actually challenge the Tyrion next turn, so I guess that's the best option here. I don't love it, but it's okay. It's sort of okay. Forces him to trigger some secrets on his own turn. I guess it's fine. I have the feeling we're ahead, but it's confusing. Alright, so range triggers on Tyrion preferably. That's not Tyrion, but I guess it's okay. I guess that's okay. We can still slam the Challenger into Tyrion and then deal a lot of damage. Ooh, that's another Divine Shield. That's a bit ugly. Oh, we get Competitive Spirit. Let's see. We can slam the Divine Shield into the other Divine Shield, and then we should be okay. Unless the first attack gets blocked, which means we have to face Tyrion, and that would be ugly. Would that be? I think we have to take that risk, and otherwise we still end up taking Tyrion to the face, right?
For justice.
Yeah, let's try. No, but that was a decent guess. And that's probably worth it. So we trade the Divine Shield for the Divine Shield, kill Tyrion. Are we still dead? No, we have the thing here. He has 10, but I have this. So I survive barely. And I play Ragnaros to kill something. Oh, that's ugly. If he doesn't kill a minion, now I'm dead. I made the same mistake. Oh gosh, I'm dead. He just attacks with 1/1 first and then
Well played.
Okay, well, all we needed was for the rag to not hit face. Ah, that's a bummer. That is a bummer. Yeah, not much we can do there. There's probably... Yeah, if I played the Loatheb into the Consecrate, that would have been a big game changer, because I traded a lot of minions into a Sludge Belcher. So I guess that's the biggest strike here. Well, the deck isn't showing up too much, is it? Let's actually try and get some wins going here. Let's get some opponents going, even. Let me also put my status on busy, so we don't get the same situation as yesterday. There we go. Against Mage. I'm tempted to just keep Challenger. That might be a little bit optimistic, but it is what the deck's about. And those cards are not too terrible. Keeps like that might turn out terrible, but if they turn out terrible, then one card may not even have made a difference. So I don't feel too bad about it. And playing a Challenger on 6 is such a big coup for this deck. That it's probably worth the risk.
Hello.
So let's see what kind of mage we're dealing with here. Freeze Mage is quite popular, Reno Mage is a real thing.
Reporting for duty.
Tempo Mage, of course, is kinda good on leather right now, but I would have... Oh, this is probably Reno Mage in that case. Not sure what we're going to deal with. But Muster on this turn is probably pretty good. And I don't mind hitting that with my face, because it makes it a little awkward for him. I don't think that deck plays Flamewakers, right? Might be wrong. I might be wrong. Might be Secret incoming here? Or at least a 3-mana thing? Not sure what to expect. Alright, I don't mind some cards. As long as it's not overdrawing me. Actually, even then, it's probably not too terrible. So on this turn, I think we want to pilot the Shredder. I'll trade one of these in. That's fine. I don't mind taking a little bit of damage early on, but we should keep in mind that he probably is running some kind of burst combo. So something to be mindful of. Secret Keeper's not too impressive here, although it does gain the benefit of triggering of his secrets also. I'll probably have to kill that, and I don't think I mind too much. What do we play? I think we just play Belcher and leave Loath up until later, when he actually does have access to Flame Strike. Belcher's okay here.
A battle for justice.
Don't mind it too much. And Belcher plus Pilot the Shredder does provide some protection from Blizzard and or Flame Strike, which is valuable in its own right. I'm tempted to just Kings the Belcher here. He threw away the coin because he would have milled the guard, yeah. That makes sense. Although I could also just throw the Belcher and one dude in there. Maybe just face tank it. Also not horrible. I do want to preserve the Shredder, I think. The Belcher is not that important. I kinda like that. That is about as much damage as I'm willing to take here, though, so... Alright. We'll see. What did I play first? I played the little dudes first, so he might be able to trigger Redemption on that, and then polymorph something. Still leaves me with 3 reasonable threats on the board, so that's okay. Portal is not that great for him. And that doesn't look amazing either. Alright. He might be in trouble. Let's be careful of Flame Strike next turn. So definitely don't trade in the Shredder. Maybe even Kings. I don't mind Kings. I could also... Oh, I can definitely trade in the Shredder now. Do I have lethal? That's 11, that's 20 on the board. So can we still kill that? And then, yeah, we can. Alright, so we Kings something. Preferably do a little one later. That means we Kings. So that's Ice Block. That's not the one I was wanting to trade in. Might have misplayed there. Do we want to kill that? I guess we do. We still have a taunt. It dies to Flame Strike now, but that's okay, I think. Make a dude, or... I think I like the Divine Shield here. Could be a Doomsayer Frost. No, he cannot play an additional Doomsayer unless he includes duplicates in his Reno deck. I don't think so. Jeweled Scarab is usually a pretty big tell that that a mage is playing a Reno deck, I think. I'm not sure how important clearing the Murloc was, but I definitely should have tried doing that with the Shredder. Oh, that wouldn't have worked, right? I don't think that would have worked.
What to do?
In that case, should I have Kingsed the... Maybe I should have Kingsed the Sludge Vulture. And then traded in the little guys? I'm not quite sure. It's probably fine. Opponent is either not sure what to do or just roping for the hell of it. Oh, he's an Echo Mage. Or... Well, we'll be here for a while. Alright. Alright, we'll be here for a while. But I still have 8, 14, 23 damage on the board. That's not horrible. Do we just play another challenger and try for it, or do we kill Reno? I do feel like killing Reno here. I don't think it's horrible doing that with the... I think the 7... let's do it with the 6/6. I think we can afford to leave up the giant, but I do like killing one of his attackers. The additional challenger doesn't really do anything, does it? No. Let's go face and play low thap. That's actually probably the best idea.
Move quickly.
That probably excludes him from playing most relevant stuff. Oh, of course, Noble Sacrifice didn't trigger because I didn't have any room. I kind of forgot about that, but I don't think it's really that important. Reviving the slime is kind of relevant too. And I think that's still lethal, right? Maybe not, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see if I can count correctly. That's 8, I have 12, so I need 1 more damage. Do I have 1 more damage? I don't have 1 more damage. I could Ragnaros. Can I clear the boards? That requires more damage, doesn't it? Yeah. So it doesn't quite help. Doesn't quite help, but I can play Dr. Boom afterwards, so I don't mind that, I think. Okay, so how do we clear? We don't have 1 damage in addition, so we... I think we just trade both of these guys in. They're not being too valuable here. Oh, that might actually be lethal. If we spawn a few guys. We can spawn a few guys. That's okay. If one of them hits face, we win. There we go. Alright, I was going to win that anyway, but no, the Reno did kind of catch me off guard, even though I've been saying all game that he's playing a Reno deck. Alright. Yeah, once you're big on the board and they can't easily clear, then playing Reno doesn't really matter. You're still going to lose. Although I suppose against aggro decks it is big. Because aggro decks like the Shaman over here use a lot of more vulnerable minions. I think both of these are pretty good to keep. And that means if you can stabilize with the Reno, then you should be easily clearing his board. And that makes it all kinds of awkward for him. Creeper here, probably still good. Probably still good, yeah. Actually, coining that out is a little more awkward than we had last time, because we can't Cockhammer next turn. So if he plays a Knife Juggler, we might be in sort of trouble. As long as that's not a Taunt Totem, I guess that's okay. We cannot really afford to... No, we cannot afford to keep the Leper now around. Even though this might entail to be more damage. There's no reasonable way to kill that. Except for hitting it and then playing Noble Sacrifice or something. But that's a really weak turn. Don't like that. This is... well, that's a little awkward. But... that's a rather weak turn for him. So we can kill the totem now and then probably just muster. Definitely just muster. Could also play the weapon. Developing that is not horrible. But having some dudes to be able to ult them on is also pretty good. I don't mind that. Could be running into a lightning storm here, but he doesn't have the mana for that, so that's good. Yeah, I think it's good to develop the dudes when your opponent can't Lightning Storm. I might just be judging his deck wrongly, or he just has a lot of burst in hand, and a Crackle for 3 is a good omen for that. Pretty sure we keep her here? Yeah, let's keep her. I'm not buffing the spider for any particular reason, by the way. It's just a thing. Probably should have buffed one of my guys just to make him think about the Quartermaster. Might as well make him think. Does he clear? I think he... no, he's just going face. Alright. In that case, do we just Loathap and... I think Loathap is pretty good here. Although developing one of the Noble Sacrifices is also good, but that makes the rest of her turn a little awkward. Playing the Goghammer and not really doing anything else. That's just a little too awkward for me. That probably needed to die, so that's important. Loathap here means he can't crawl back, and he can't go face either, so he has to develop some minions, and that means he's probably dead. That would mean he's dead. Yeah. Alright. That's a really slow start for him, so I still think it's sort of a bad matchup, but I guess it's not nearly as bad as the Face Hunter. Just judging from one game here. Not quite the expert here. Alright, let's give it 1 or 2 more games. Just remind me that I should probably upload my my earlier game from yesterday sooner rather than later. Getting started on the new season is probably neat. I was playing Handlock yesterday. It was a good one. It's good to be playing Handlock again. It's always good to be playing Handlock. Developing the Avenge does allow him to check, and I don't really have a muster or anything. Don't mind developing it early though. Might force some awkward plays out of him. Not quite sure.
I can fix anything.
Alright, against Mech Mage. Might make the trade a little awkward. Oh, well, I'm less enthusiastic about that trade right now. Will he try the trade? I think we basically have to here. He won't ignore a recruit. Alright, let's just be brave. Let's be brave here. He is probably taking this trade. Unless he doesn't have a 2-mana mech, but that's doubtful. That's doubtful. If he doesn't, he might still try trading. This is probably a trade he should be taking, unless he has something in hand. That's another one, okay. I guess you don't... Yeah, that's awkward. So do we do it again? I don't like it too much. I don't have to play the Secret Keeper, I guess. Getting Avenge on a recruit means it's a 4-3. That's actually kind of awkward against the board. Oh, but I cannot play a recruit plus a Knife Juggler, so I could just waste the Secret Keeper here. Although the recruit does die for free against the Annoyotron. But I might need the Knife Juggler later. Yeah, the Knife Juggler might be too important. So let's try it this way. Getting Avenge on one of these is probably good enough. Yeah, that's awkward, but there's not much we can do about that. Ooh, and that's a really rough start. That is a really rough start. Okay, we do have a Consecrate, but it's not really doing much right now. Does allow us to kill something? Hardly. Hardly kills anything. Knife Juggler plus guy does clear something, I guess. That's better than nothing. And playing Secret Keeper here doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So at least that dies to Consecrate next turn. We'll see what happens. But this this doesn't look good for us. This does not look good for us. Well, that dies to Consecrate, so I'm happy with that. And if he doesn't trade here, well, he will kill that Knife Juggler, won't he? Probably with the Snow Chugger. No, just kill the Secret Keeper. Maybe both, even. Maybe everything? Just go face with everything. I don't mind. Just go face with everything here. That's 10 damage to my face. How can you resist that? Oh, I wouldn't mind that. Please do, please do. I wouldn't even consider that. No. That guy can just go face. Think about all the weapons I might have. Think about it. He's not listening. He's not listening. We can clear 2 minions with the Consecrates. Is that good enough? We can challenge her next turn. It might be enough. Do we play Secret Keeper in that case? Well, it means he has to trade. It's still kind of awkward, right? The Secret Keeper isn't going to do much later. Might even prevent him from playing a secret next turn, unless he trades. Yeah, it's not horrible. I won't be using it later. And it does challenge the Shredder. So I guess it's fine. Dies the Blast Mage, pretty much. Oh, that's interesting. Not that great, but interesting, certainly. And both going... oh, well, like I wasn't going to take their trade. I'm not sure that's the greatest idea. Let's see what pops out of the Shredder first. That's okay. Alright, we might have time to crawl back, but that was a really rough start. Really, really rough. Oh, that's not too helpful. Because he can ping the next one.
None of your business.
Attack first? Attack first looks like a mistake. Oh, but now he doesn't trigger Revenge. That's actually really nice. Now he doesn't trigger Revenge, and it's pretty great for him. Yeah, that's ugly. 2 musters doesn't help too much. Good Loatheb here, which is not horrible. He deals another 6, 7 to our face, which means we might be dead afterwards, but yeah, playing Loatheb doesn't... It means not playing Muster, but Muster doesn't really do too much here. He can kill 2 of them, the weapon doesn't challenge anything really. No, I like Loatheb better. It means next turn we muster and we play the thing we draw. Which I hope I can play. If we draw Ragnaros or Tyrion, we can still probably play it next turn. That's an imposing board though. Yeah, he doesn't have to trade now. So that's sort of awkward. At least gives us a decent trade here, but if he has a Fireball we are pretty much dead. That's an unfortunate truth, but there's not much we can do about that. So we pretty much trade and pray. Trade and pray. It's the best we can do. Just hope for the best. This is quite the board, so if he doesn't have to Fireball, then he might be in a rough spot. Although I suppose he can still draw it. Well, I suppose that's okay. It's not the worst secret for him to steal. Although if we don't clear the board here, we are dead. So I guess that's awkward in that way. We do have another muster. Let's see what pops out of the shredder first, shall we? We can leave one minion up. Do we send in the creeper? I guess we do. Yeah, we can leave up one attacker, and maybe... Oh, now we have to clear that, don't we? No, we don't. We don't have to. I think I'll take the freebie. I have to play greedy here, I think. So, do we trade in? I think we trade in just to be able to get the extra damage in. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Oh. Whoops. Now I don't have room for another, for the defender. Well, let's hope he forgets about that. What's the purpose of that? Yeah, that was a mistake. That was a mistake, alright. Oh, well. Shouldn't have pushed the button. That's so enticing. You have to push the button. Alright, well, one more game. We're not doing too well today. Though I guess that's good. I don't want to advertise this deck too much, because enough people are playing it already. I do think it's something I have to show at some point, and I do think there's more depth to this deck than most people think. Although it is certainly true that in like 40% of games the deck just plays itself. But I do hope by illustrating my my point of view here, do we keep a shredder? I don't think we keep a shredder. By illustrating my thought process during these games, I do shed some light on how to play the deck, for those of you that may not have it. Getting a creeper is pretty important. We can certainly coin out a true silver, which is... Well, I guess that might bring us back. Our early game doesn't look too good right now. Certainly not coining a creeper here. Are we? How is coining a creeper going to help us? Then we can only hero power next turn now. That doesn't work. Although I suppose a creeper and the hero power do clear the Void Walker. But let him play first. He has a slow start, that's good. Creeper is still fine on this board. I guess Creeper by itself just challenges the Void Walker, but Noble Sacrifice doesn't quite help here. So I'm not playing that yet. Because next turn True Silver could still be important. Next turn Keeper isn't awful. The Juggler does throw some... What do you think about this? If we coin True Silver, we can at least challenge the... Juggler until next turn. So I guess that's okay. He might have Implosion. How terrible is that? A good Implosion does really screw us over. We might play a Secret. If we Avenge, how good is that? Avenge and Hero Power. I don't dislike that. I think that's actually quite decent against Implosion. Although I may be wrong in how this interacts, but I think hitting that is also prudent. Although I've been disappointed by that interaction before, but I think the Avenge is pretty decent here. So buffing one of them probably pretty good, and no Implosion is also pretty good for me. Now we cannot clear that. We can probably True Silver next turn, or maybe even Consecrate. Yeah, depending on what he plays, Consecrate might be really sweet. Silence, okay. I suppose that's fine. This looks like an excellent Consecrate next turn, so please hit my face. Yes, yes, by all means. By all means. In that case, do we trade? That's an interesting question again. Do we have any better plays? No, we do need to get rid of the Knife Juggler, and Consecrate is the best way to approach that, I think. Playing the Secret doesn't add too much value here. Do we actually trade? We might actually trade. Yeah, let's do that. Well, we are the control here, although we're about to get a decent swing turn. We can coin Challenger next turn, and that should be pretty good. Especially if he taps on 5. That's good news for us. Tap and pass? That's amazing. I'm a little scared of his hand now. Or maybe his hand is just full of Defender of Argus, Doomguard, Mal'Ganis, Direwolf Alpha. I think we just go for it. Playing Challenger on an anti-board is usually pretty good. And that gets the remaining secrets out of our deck. We only have the Noble Sacrifice in hand now. And that's the last one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the last one. Alright, let's see it. Yeah, I was expecting some kind of white collar thing. We may want to True Silver that, or we may just want to ignore it. I'm not sure which is best. Do we force something out? No, I think it's better to do that on his turn. So he can attack with the Void Collar, I guess that's okay. Yeah, I'm inclined to think that's okay. In that case, what do we play? Just a bunch of little dudes, I think. Just a bunch of little dudes. Let him do the attacking. Playing True Silver here and killing that is a valid option, but I'm kind of expecting some kind of Mal'Ganis incoming, and in that case it's better to trigger it on his turn. Unless it's a Doomguard, of course, but I suppose... shouldn't you attack with that first? Maybe he just doesn't want to trigger anything. That could be true. I know he can attack with the Doomguard, but if he's going to attack with the Doomguard, then perhaps he should have attacked first. Not sure what he's planning. Maybe it's just a mistake. Could be very well. Yeah, that was going to happen. Don't tell me you didn't expect that. So what do we have? We have 12. That's 12, right? Yeah, that's 12. 12 and 4 equals 16, so that's lethal. Alright. I think he could have done something if he... Yeah, if he just attacked with the Void Collar first. Oh well. Alright, that's it for now. So thank you very much for watching. We are still in the same spot we we started. But I do hope you enjoyed this episode. So thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon with another deck. See ya.